Episode 7, Seducing the Master. Haley's heartbeat beat even faster the moment she heard him say that there was a problem. Her face turned visibly worried. It was just her first night with him. She had just met her mysterious husband, and there was already a problem? Problem? She asked. Yes, it's about me, he answered, and Haley felt instantly relieved. Wait, what? The problem is about him? Haley's anxiety suddenly feels as if her blood pressure drastically went down from over 100 to normal. Tell me, do you clearly understand what your job is as my wife? He asked her. Yes, boss. Crystal clear. Haley covered her mouth right away when she realized how she answered him. She got a bit flustered when he called her my wife. However, the man himself seemed like he didn't mind at all. Good, he exclaimed. Then, what's the problem? She was curious. No woman can arouse me, he said firmly. Haley blinked more than 3 times. A long pause of deafening silence went by. Then, her eyes slowly turned wide. What? Wait, you're gay? Her thoughts went wild. The masked man's cold but calm aura suddenly blazed like an ice-cold fire. The moment he heard what she said. On the other hand, Haley's instinct suddenly made her move right away, putting a wide distance between them and instantly tugging the blanket, hiding behind it. She felt like she had just awakened the sleeping monster within him. She couldn't see his expressions, but his aura was enough to give her goosebumps, as if she was just touched by a ghost. Moments passed by without the monster doing anything, so she slowly put the black blanket down halfway, peeking out like a scared cat to spy on the masked man before her. His extremely dangerous aura was slowly dissipating, yet Haley's sweat from the sudden deadly blizzard a moment ago kept persisting. No. Hearing his stone-cold voice made her shiver, and she felt like even her sweat was frozen in place. His word was just as absolute as ever, indicating his solid, unquestionable answer. Are you sure? Once again, Haley almost wanted to just tape her stubborn mouth. She was still so scared, and yet she couldn't stop herself from digging her own grave. But surprisingly, the man seemed unbothered. Yes, men are out of the question, he answered without a doubt. Then why? She was still curious. Lack of interest in women, he said. The way he answered her just felt like he was absolutely certain. There was no doubt or hesitation at all. But Haley's curiosity about the man before her was even greater than her fear. Thus, she kept on speaking. But how about men? I mean, in a romantic way. Aren't you interested in them? Haley was surprised at her bravery. But her brave self slowly succumbed to the fear once again when the man didn't reply. Brad was actually feeling a little bit impressed. It was the first time any woman dared to talk to him like this. Despite just meeting each other a few hours ago, he could tell how stubborn she was, how curious she was, by how she still kept talking to him despite her obvious fear. And the most intriguing thing to him was the fact that this fragile-looking yet brave creature was surprisingly making him answer her, even the very ridiculous questions. Not interested in men either. His voice was firm, but it was as if he was indicating that he was already bored with this topic. But his reply made Haley's fear subside once again. So, basically, you're not interested in both men and women, she concluded. Yes, was his answer once again. Haley slowly covered her mouth in surprise. Seriously? He was not interested in human beings? Was it maybe because he was a real monster? Was it maybe because he was actually interested in witches or magical girls? Haley couldn't help but think about lots of ridiculous ideas. However, she continued asking him, since he was still giving her answers. Despite him seemingly being a man of few words. Then, why did you marry me? Her curiosity had no end. I need a child. His instant answer was like a sudden lightning strike. She knew very well that she had no right to say no. She knew that her life was already his, but she just still could not imagine herself bearing a child and becoming a mother. She already gathered her resolve. She believed that her mind and heart were ready, but still, her soul refused to abide. But how can I give you a child if you... Came in another question. That's why you need to seduce me. Make me want you, he explained.